Everyone. So in this video we are going to see about the user management, access management in Linux. So first thing we are going to see about the commands for user account management. The first thing is user add. This command is used to create a new user in Linux. So it also allows you to specify various options such as to configure the user, such as their username, home directory, and more things like that. And the next thing is user del. So this command is used to delete a user, but it's important to note that it won't delete the user's home directly by default. So to remove to also remove the home directory, you need to use -r, so -r, so option with this command to remove the home directory. And the next thing is group add. So this command creates a new group in Linux. So the next command is group del. This command removes an existing group. So if some group is existing already, it will remove the existing group. So the next command is user mod. This command is used to modify user attributes like the user's home directory, group, user ID, and more. So the next thing is user files. So the first thing is etc passwd. So this file contains information about all the users on the system, such as their usernames, user IDs, home directories, and more. So the next thing is etc/shadow. So this file contains encrypted user passwords and password policies. It's essential for maintaining user account security. So overall, these commands and files are fundamental for managing user accounts and groups in Linux system. So they also allow administrator to create, modify, and delete user accounts and group. So while also ensuring the security of user passwords through encryption. So the encryption in the etc/shadow file. So thank you. After that, in this video we are going to see about switching users. So switching users and configuring sudo access are essential tasks in Linux, such for like managing user privileges and system security and more. So let's explore how to do both. So the first thing is switching users. So in Linux you can switch users between users, like you can switch between users using the su switch user command or the sudo command, depending on depending on your needs. You can use both su and sudo command for switching users. So su, the first thing is su switch user. The su command will allow you to switch to another user account by specifying their username. So to switch to another user, we need to open a terminal and we need to type su username. So after typing, so you will be like prompted to enter the password so for the target user. So after entering the correct password, you will switch to the user's environment and you can run the commands so as that user. So like you just like you can enter commands from that user. So switch if you want to switch back to the original user account, you can just simply type exit. So if you type that command, you can just simply back to the original account. So the next command is sudo super user do. So that's the expansion of sudo. So the sudo command allows like the permitted user to execute an command. So as the super user, like an or like another user. So as specified in the sudo's file. So it is like it's often used to temporarily elevating privileges, or it's used to run a command with super user privileges. So for that we can use sudo command _to_run. So if you enter that, you will be prompted to enter your own password, so to confirm your identity. So we need to like provide the access key, so only that will be allowed to use that thing. So if you have sudo privileges, the command will execute with the elevator permissions. So after that, configuring the sudo access. So to configure the sudo access, for a user or a group. So you can follow these steps. The first step is edit the sudoers file. So the sudoers file is usually located at /etc/sudoers. So to edit it, you should use the visuto command, so which ensures safe editing of the the second thing will be to add pseudo privileges. For adding pseudo privileges and to grant a user pseudo access, so we need to add a line to the sudoers file in the following format: username all is equal to all colon all bracket of all. So we need to replace the username with the actual username. So this line allows the user to run any command with sudo. So to grant sudo access to the group, we can use group name all is equal to all in the whole bracket of all. So we need to replace the group name with the actual group name. So members of this group can run any command with sudo. So after that, we need to specify command restrictions. So if you want to restrict a user or a group to specific commands in the sudo file, like for example, we can specify those commands. So if for that, we can take this as an example. So username all is equal to all path to command. So this allows the user to run only the specified command with sudo. The next thing will be like to save and exit. After making those changes, you need to save the sudoers file and exit the text editor. So after that, we need to test the sudo access. To test if the configuration works, we need to open a new terminal and try running a command with sudo. So the command word for that is sudo command _2 _run. So if it works as expected, you have successfully complete configured sudo access. So we need to remember that editing the sudoers file should be done with caution. So as incorrect configuration can lead to security leaks, risk or system issues. So always we need to make sure that always you have a backup or alternative way to access the system with root privileges, so like in case of any problem occurs. Thank you. This module we are going to see about the Linux editors. So in this PDF it will explain about the basic concept of text editors, and it also provides some information about how VI works. Here's an explanation of the key points. So the first thing is, what is a text editor? A text editor is a program that allows you to create and manipulate text in computer files. So that requires user to learn specific commands for editing. So the next thing is types of text editors. So text mentions several standard text editors, so which is available on most Linux systems, including ED, standard line editor, EX, the extended line editor, VI, visual editor, and SED, stream editor for batch processing, and Emacs, a full screen editor with more features, and Pico. The last one is Pico. So it's an easy to use editor. So the next thing is the standard display editor, VI, the working of VI. So the VI operates with commands for like various functions, which includes inserting and deleting text, and also replacing text, navigating the file and finding the strings and also replacing the strings, cutting and pasting the text, and reading and writing to other files using this. So when you use VI to edit a file, you are working on a copy of the file stored in your computer memory, so that's buffer. So the changes are made to the copy, and you need to save it to update the actual file on the disk. So you don't do changes on the actual disk, you just do it on the copy, and the changes will be reflected on the version one. So the VI has two modes, command mode and insert mode. So This is the mode and this is the mode command mode is the mode used for issuing commands to navigate and manipulate the file. So the insert mode it is used for getting, you can type and insert file text into the next file. So to sum it up, the provided text explains what text editor is. So it also introduces various text editors available on Linux system and also gives an overview of how VI works, including its two modes: command mode for navigation and insert mode for text input. Thank you.